Mike, you know, that they maybe have had a game plan coming with a short game plan, and it's not working.
Derek Welch has kicked towards the middle of the field. Again, it's broken down. Kenny Mortimer, I think, was fouling. Mel Kenny is calling him across, I think, for a quick word, and maybe it's Sean Grimes he's looking for. But again, there was 2 or 3 players all riding together. Adrian Flannery is in the wars, not for the first time in his football career. A man who has had more than his fair share of trip to the physio down the years, Adrian Flannery, wearing a very heavy knee bandage on that right leg as well. And rumour has it around Ballinrobe it might just be holding his body together, that particular bit of bandage. But Adrian Flannery is up on his feet again. He's fit to resume. He'll take more than 2 or 3 tackles to put that man down, and Adrian Flannery trots back into centre forward, and Sean Grimes will take the free. Again, the sun has broken through the clouds as Trevor Mortimer goes high in his own full back line to win that ball out to Kenny to Pat Hyland, and Hyland to Trevor Mortimer once more. Slowly but surely Shrule move forward. David Welch, the wing back, spots his namesake Kieran in space. Kieran Welch coming right through the centre. Sean Grimes tracking back. Fergal Costello comes to meet him. Kieran Welch is in a little bit of a tight corner. Now John Morley has to go short and rolls it to the far side. Darren Murphy faced out by 3 defenders. Now Trevor Mortimer arrives to help, faced by 4. There has to be somebody loose. It's Kieran Welch. He's through, 21 yards out. Kieran Welch kicks high and right footed. It's gone up, it's gone over the bar. Shrule Glencorrib have ended that famine that has gone on for some 25 minutes of this game. 25 minutes without a score. Kieran Welch kicks their 3rd of the afternoon. It's 6 points to 3. It's double scores, and they needed that one, Billy.
They did indeed, but it took about 10 passes to get it, Mike. An awful lot of passes had to be put together before they finally ended up with a man free to get the score. The plan in the first 5 minutes was putting the ball over the top into the space in front of goal. That has dried up. They're not doing that now. But that was the one time they got a man in free, and he got in and got the point.
We're in stoppage time at the end of the first half. Ballinrobe leads 6-3, but here comes Shrule Glencorrib. David Welch down the line, looking for Conor Mortimer, drifting across in front of Paul Finnerty. They're near the corner flag. Conor Mortimer trying to drop the shoulder and cut his side. Still it's Mortimer. Now 3 defenders on his boot. They're sticking on his left. Back to Jesse Martin. Martin kicks under pressure. It's gone up into the air. It's going to be a Gary Owen, Colm Jennings and Owen Ronaldson. They went up together, and Donal, Mossy Costello there to sweep up, find his brother Fergal. Mossy was being fouled. A free out to Ballinrobe. A chance for them to clear their lines. Paul Tiernan will take it as I make it 45 seconds of injury time have now been played at the end of the first half. Tiernan will take the kick from the carpet, so to speak. The area behind his goal is well populated. A crowd 3 and 4 deep in some places. Huge crowd have made the journey to Garrymore. Tiernan takes the kick out towards the far side. Mel Kenny steals a look at his stopwatch, and on we go. Dave McMonigal across to win the kick out. He takes it in his stride, drives it in towards Maurice Horan. Horan out there to win it, out in front of Ronan Welch. He drops the shoulder, heading towards goal. Horan just fends off Welch. Still it's Horan looking for support. It came from Peter Staunton. It was too tight though. And a little bit of an over-elaboration from Ballinrobe, and there to win the ball back for Shrule Glencorrib was John Morley. The pass into the centre was ambitious, won well though by Kieran Welch. Trevor Mortimer, Pat Hyland back to Trevor, low ball looking for Conor. Paul Finnerty out in front, does well, wins it. The hand pass a little loose, and Colm Jennings lets it run, and Micheál Kane is back there to scoop it up, make some yardage, and then feed it long to Maurice Horan. The Ballinrobe full forward line has come deep. Horan is 55 yards from the Shrule Glencorrib goal, holds off Ronan Welch in towards Tony Walkin. Pat Hyland right behind him. Walkin and Hyland very near the sideline. They're gone out over the line. Line ball to Shrule Glencorrib. Pat Hyland defending well, cleanly polished, takes the line ball, and that's beside Mel Kenny in the last action of the first half. 32 minutes after it all began, and Ballinrobe bring a 3-point lead to the dressing room. Ballinrobe 6 points, Shrule Glencorrib 3 points. Everybody's looking a little bit tired, Billy. It's been a very, very pacey first half. Sorry.
That's why the fan left out. They got rid of the first one. Is that how we move in? Come on, Ballinrobe. Face it, lads, now. Face and block. Come on, Rob, now, lads. Keep the pressure on. Fight, Greg.
Come on, Johnny, keep it up.
Kevin Welch has now come on in place of Matthew Murphy. Kevin Welch in place of Jordan Murphy.
Well done, back, medics, that's it. Well done, Fitty boys.
Thanks, Angelina. Welcome back to Gary Moore. 100 seconds of the play in the second half. Change rather up on the scoreboard. Still Ballinrobe 6 points. Shrule and Corrib 3 points lead. Shrule and Corrib management though have made one change in the break. Kevin Welch, the former Mayo minor of 12 months ago, he's come in at half time in place of Matthew Murphy as Eugene O'Hare, Sean Finnegan and their selectors try to spread things up a little bit, I suppose, in there in front of that Ballinrobe goal. So Kevin Welch in for Matthew Murphy, and at the moment Ballinrobe have a line ball, or it's a free even down in the left corner, and Morris Horn has come across to have a look at the goalpost. Horn scored of 5 points so far, but in fact Mel Kenny is bringing the ball forward for some descent, and it's been moved in a good healthy 15 at least yards. 15 yards of a bonus there for Morris Horn. The free was about to be taken out near the sideline. Somebody said something they shouldn't, and now Horan has a much easier task to kick Ballinrobe a little further in front. 5 points for Horan so far. This free, 25 yards out on the left wing. The ground again falls almost totally silent. It's practically like a golf putt almost. Horan approaches, kicks off the carpet, high, right footed up and over the bar, and Morris Horan's free taking has been nothing short. This afternoon, Ballinrobe lead by 7 points to 3. That is the start, Billy Fitzpatrick, that Shrule would not have wanted.
It is indeed, and again, Mike, it's inexperienced by Shrule. The ball moved forward into a scoring position, which wasn't a scoring position really, but brought forward 20 yards over the bar. 100% record for Morris Horns. Impeccable kick in there today.
Derek Welch, the Shrule goalkeeper, kicks towards halfway again. Adrian Flannery breaks the ball down, and onto it smartly comes Liam Garvey. Very tidy football, and now Darren Murphy just thought about turning when Fergal Costello arrived. That put paid to that particular option, free to Shrule, down to the far side to Owen Ronaldson, looking lively over there, trying to run Colm Killeen into the middle to John Morley. John Morley under pressure, back to Trevor Mortimer. He's going to kick off the left into the corner, looking for Ronaldson once more. The pass was inch perfect. Still it's Ronaldson, 2 Ballinrobe defenders. Now Darren Murphy. Murphy coming in along the end line, chance of a score. Darren Murphy has fisted it wide. It's gone out to the left and wide on his own side, so to speak. And Darren Murphy, the centre forward, really should have done better. The hard work, the spade work, all done by Owen Ronaldson. Murphy just couldn't finish. It remains 7 points to 3. During the half-time break, we met a few old familiar faces, Billy. I met David Colleran, who's home from the United States, but you met a man who played against you in 1963. I didn't know you were that old.
A few good friends here from Callistrand. We played in the 7s in 63.
Well, those of you who are good at the maths can work out Billy Fitzpatrick's age now, I'm sure. That secret is out of the bag. Colm Killeen in the middle of the field wins it down, flicked on by Micheál Kane, and Morris Ward was almost in. Horan takes man and ball. That's Liam Garvey. Garvey does well. Out to Ronan Welch, and now Trevor Mortimer. Shrule trying to build once more. Trevor Mortimer hit by Adrian Flannery. Stands still Mortimer. Mortimer skips by the tackle. He's made 10, 15 yards. Long, high in towards Kevin Welch, but Paul Tiernan waited, kept his eye on it all the way, and now finds Donald Costello. He to Fergal. Fergal Costello, hand pass to Sean Grimes, and that experience has come from playing 3 intermediate finals in the space of 5 years. It's standing to Ballinrobe just now. They had the ball. Morris Horn was about to set off on a run, but there was a foul from Rory Kane. A little earlier, free to Shrule Corrib. Pat Hyland out to Kenny Mortimer. Mortimer always so cool, calm and composed. Finds Ronan Welch, former county minor and under 21. Chipped into the centre for Kevin Welch, another county minor and under 21. Welch trying to jink his way through, has to come infield, fisted to Darren Murphy. Murphy drops the shoulder, he's coming through at mid, finds Kieran Welch, he's through the ball, says Mel Kenny. He didn't close the fist. Darren Murphy is looking for an explanation. Mel Kenny is giving it to him, and it was a hard one to call, Billy.
Yeah, I think 2 steps, but it was a very close call there because he was given the pass on, probably on his 4th step, and it was a hard decision, really.
Kieran Welch was almost in the clear, but Mel Kenny is refereeing this game to the letter of the law, letting it flow, it has to be said, making a good job of it. But on that occasion, he whistled in favour of Ballinrobe. Paul Tiernan kicked it, not the finest he's ever struck, and Tony Walkin has to work hard. Looks to have won it fair, but again, Mel says he was jersey tugging just in front of the stand. Free to Shrule Corrib. Ronan Welch is roaring instruction. Kenny Mortimer wants anybody to make a run. Paul Finnerty and Conor Mortimer tangling. The defender protesting that he was being fouled. Mel Kenny doesn't agree. And the corner forwards have all the tricks, Billy, I think.
Yeah, that's the corner forwards trade, all right. Just hang in there. Probably deserve the play just about.
Billy Fitzpatrick, not surprisingly, sides with the forward. And Conor Mortimer will take the free. Paul Finnerty's name has been ticked. Mortimer looking at the goalposts. He's 35 yards from the goal, out on the right wing. He hasn't struck it well. It's come off the outside of his boot. Danger for a moment, but only for a moment. It's come off the knuckles of a defender. It's gone out for a 45. And Conor Mortimer, who started this game so brightly with a point from a play, another from a free, the scores have dried up a little, but you cannot give him an inch because he is one man who will take a mile. A 45 then. And the substitute, Kevin Welch, will take it. He's only on the field, 7.5 minutes. Already he's taking 45. That will tell you of his pedigree, of his stature. Welch is also a very accomplished soccer player. Short with the 45 to John Morley. Morley has all the time in the world to kick it up and over the bar. A few minds, I think, just wandered in that Ballinrobe defence for a moment. John Morley was left all alone to come short for that 45 to kick it up and over the bar. That's John Morley's first point of the afternoon. He's the only survivor from Shrule's last appearance in a county intermediate final back in 1989. He kicked his first of 2002. Slack marking, Billy.
Yeah, very poor marking by Ballinrobe. It was on the cards that he was going to look for a free man there, and Ballinrobe very slow to pick it up.
Jim Staunton does well to win the kick-out. Find Tony Walkin down for Fihal Kinn. In over his head, and Morris Horan had continued his run. He's got Pat Hyland for company. They switched the marking a little. Horan sells the dummy almost to himself. Horan into the centre. A long probing pass looking for Peter Staunton, but there in front was David Welch. Read it well across to snuff out the danger, and Shrule Corrib have a free. They're beginning to get a foothold. It's Ballinrobe 7 points. Shrule Corrib 4 points. Ronan Welch fisted away by Colin Jennings. He has these teeth clenched. The fist was closed. The ball has gone out over the line. Line ball to Shrule Corrib. Just yards away from us here in the stand. Owen Ronaldson leaves it to Kieran Welch. If you wanted the cut and thrust of the championship, we couldn't be much closer. Kieran Welch's ball in towards Conor Mortimer. He and Paul Finnerty rise together. Finnerty breaks it down to Fergal Costello. Costello to Sean Grimes, and Sean Grimes fisted to Rory Kane. Ballinrobe playing possession football, holding on to the Leroy. Kane kick blocked down. It squirts somewhere, anywhere. Peter Staunton, Sean Grimes on the overlap. He's got Kenny Mortimer on the back foot. Sean Grimes kicks high and left footed. It's gone out to the left and wide. Sean Grimes has kicked one off the right, one off the left. Both have gone wide, but by the law of averages, if he keeps shooting, one of them just might drop over. I see the Shrule Corrib dugout has been maximised to the limit. There are roughly 10 or 12 supporters sitting on the roof of the dugout. Every vantage point has been taken here in Gary Morris. Ballinrobe would have free from that kick-out. Adrian Flannery into the corner. Dave McMonigal gets there. He has support in the form of Morris Horan. Still McMonigal. The over-elaboration, though, almost didn't work out. Horan does well to win it back. A very high pass in towards Mihal Kane. Mihal wins it bravely. Still Mihal Kane. Two Shrule defenders snapping at his heels. Back to Walkin. Tony Walkin. That's wonderful football. Tony Walkin rolls back the years. He was an outstanding minor. He's now 29 years of age, and he can still kick a score. That's the super point from out here on the left wing. And after 10 minutes of the second half, It's double scores yet again, 8-4.
I think that one could be talked about tonight, Mike. Somewhere in Ballinrobe, that was a marvellous point from Tony Wycombe. But great play from Morris Horton and Michael Kane. They had the patience to build it up and hold on to it and then give it at the right time.
Ballinrobe now defending. Colm Jennings out in front, but there was a late tackle from Colm Killeen. It'll be a free when the ball lands. The man who was fouled was Trevor Mortimer, and Shrule and Corrib have a free and a chance to narrow the margin ever so slightly. Just trying to decide at the moment who will take it. It's out on the left wing. The angle is a little bit too tight even for a free taker of the ability of Conor Mortimer, I think, and Kevin Welsh, the substitute who came in at the break, is going to go across and have a look at the goalpost. Welsh will kick it from the hand. Paul Tiernan has brought just Paul Finnerty back onto the goal line. He kicked from the hand. It's come off the outside of his right boot. It's going to carry. It's gone out over the end line despite the best efforts of Kieran Welsh. It's gone out to the right and wide. And with 20 minutes left or thereabouts, Ballinrobe are in the driving seat. They lead by 8 points to 4, and their destiny is now very much in their own hands. That much is very certain, as one of the Shrule players looks as though he has to receive some attention. And unless I'm mistaken, the physio who is applying the attention is none other than James O'Toole, physio to the Mayo ladies football team this summer. Shrule and Corrib have put in a huge effort to get to this stage. Everything has been done very professionally. They've really made the headlines during the summer. They're into the playoffs to try and play Division 1 football next season. They've come from Division 4 in the space of 2 years, and they really believe they do click in this final 20 minutes. They'll be worth watching.
Yes, indeed they will. Yeah, they just haven't done it so far today, Mike. They have